Okay, GTII. So I want to speak to you about a couple of things that would, I guess, present either a slight bit of concern and also a really unique opportunity. So let's go ahead and get this started now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with a GTII technicals, raw price action, and statistical threat of analysis on this Thursday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so we are looking at GTII on the 3-day chart here, and this is the momentum indicator that we've actually been kind of keeping track with, right? So let's kind of bring this up and show what's happening now. Okay, so first of all, we did get our 3-day candle closure, and we did get it to close below the price from our previous 3-day candle, right? So that usually isn't the best news in the world. Let's go ahead and take a look at the momentum oscillator now. Okay, so upon the closure, because it did come in at a lower valuation, we actually got a kink below our expected curvature. So what this means is that there could be a little more consolidation here in order for us to, the consolidation / a little bit of downside bouncing in areas like this, right? So in order for us to get this bottom, we need to be able to just kind of keep an eye on this and see what's happening, right? So this is essentially just telling us how the overall sentiment is feeling, right? So we're able to follow this. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and just move on to the next chart to see what we have. Okay, you guys, so now in respect to the 5-day volatility versus momentum, you can also see that the 5-day is still suggesting a little bit of a downside here, and this is essentially the area that I wanted to talk to you about expressing either opportunity or concern, right? So in this case here, you can see that in 18 hours and 48 minutes, we're going to be getting this 5-day macro candle closure, right? So, and it's not just any regular closure. It's in fact a formation that's often looked at by traders, right? So this formation that you're looking at here is in fact called the bearish engulfing. Okay, so that usually happens when the bearish red candle, forward candle, is actually engulfing the previous green candle, right? And you can clearly see that the opening of this candle here was about at 98.09, and it's currently sitting at about 89.90. There's still 19 hours left, so if this price action does close above the area of this opening from this candle here, which is at about 90, almost 91 cents, then that would essentially invalidate this formation here. But thus far, it is kind of printing that, and it does look dangerously close to closing a bearish engulfing. So now candle analysis, it doesn't really play all the time. I'm just mentioning it here because it is a 5-day iteration, and I tend to look at candle analysis minimum 8-hour time frames, right? I mean, I would look at it as well in the very, very immediate short-term time frames, but it's a higher hit rate when they are in the higher time frames, right? So this is one of the causes of concern that we actually, the really only one, right? Well, actually, I guess this one and the stochastic momentum that we were looking at here on the 3-day, right? So let's go ahead and now move on to the next chart. So in a discretionary manner, the support that I am looking at here as a bottom side could be at that 83.37, right? Also, the fact that we are sitting right at that 87.46 support that we've been talking about for quite some time, which just so happens to be right upside of the 272 at 84.85. It's an area of relevant support. So just to kind of clarify here, that this is the weekly time frame, by the way. So this formation here, please notice these two candles here, right? So we have the red one engulfing the green one. Price action continued, and it looks like we could be in the process of forming the weekly bearish engulfing as well. That has 18 hours and 46 minutes to close. Okay, so I'm not saying that it is going to happen because there's no mathematical properties to this. In fact, there's only psychological properties behind it. And it has a lesser hit rate than actually backing statistically the way I do the volatility versus momentum profile. Okay, you guys. So, and now in respect to the GTII 3-day Gaussian channel, the Gaussian channel, we're actually approaching that bottom side very fast, I guess. So this is a support of a 84.13, which, yes, rhymes with our bottom side support right over here at about 83.38. 84.85 at the 272, and this top side here is represented as 87.49. Okay, so those are the relevant areas of support. We can definitely face a bounce here from the 3-day Gaussian channel at about 84.43, but I can't say that that's going to be like the reversal, like the V-shaped reversal here. I can't say that we can face a bounce, and we would have to take a look at the metrics at that point. So remember that I'm a short-term trader. I'm not a fundamental trader. I don't know what's happening within the company. In fact, I'm just expressing my opinion here based on whatever the charts are saying. So whatever I do say here may be entirely invalidated like it has before, right? So it's just you can look at me. You can look at me as however you like, I guess, right? A forecast person, a meteorologist, or some ridiculous, silly thing like that. For considering me that within the stock market, right? So I guess you can call it whatever you want. I'm just expressing to you my honest opinion, and I do see a bounce coming in from this area here, especially that we're getting those very bearish closures in the upper time frames, right? You guys, please remember. First and foremost, that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. Okay, you guys? But with that said, I wish you well a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.